Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear learners. I welcome you to English Grade 9 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well and enjoying good health. So, as you know that we are dealing with unit number 2 titled A Visionary Leader. This will be our lecture number 5. The competency we are dealing with is reading and critical thinking. And our topic is analyze descriptive text. So, in this video lesson, we will be seeing the competency of reading and critical thinking. Let's begin by reading and understanding our students' learning outcome for this lesson. It says, read to analyze descriptive or argumentative essay, give an informed, personal, and analytical response to a descriptive and informative text. So let's break it down. This is about understanding the descriptive text. So first of all, we will learn how to read to analyze descriptive text or essays in this. In this one, we are only seeing the descriptive kind of text, not the argumentative one. So the second part of the SLO is give an informed, personal, and analytical response. After reading the descriptive text, what will you do? You will be responding to it by an informed, personal, and or a very analytical kind of response to the text, to the descriptive text or the information in it. We can also call it an informative text. So this is what we are going to do in this lesson. We will be reading a descriptive text or essay and try to respond it in a very in a personal or analytical manner. So first, let's see that there is a vertical linkage of this SLO with the previous one. You can see it right here. In that one, you have already gone through the personal response to a text and provide some textual reference in support. And this you're familiar with the kind of text and how to respond it as well. And now, as you know, students, we would like to first begin with the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. So in that, we have an example from Islam, and we also have a reference of the ayah. So Islam emphasizes the importance of knowledge and observation. The Quran encourages believers to reflect on the creation of Allah. This is what is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 164. So by analyzing descriptive texts, we can appreciate the beauty and complexity of the world around us, which ultimately leads to praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His creation. So in the Quran, if you read it, you can see that there are a lot of descriptive imagery. The text is explaining something in detail, giving description of, you can say, paradise or the hell. So there are a lot of explanation and descriptive explanation given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us realize that the things that we are going to face in the hereafter, in the paradise or hell, has some vivid details and explanations. So this is why Allah also encourages us to read and analyze the description, which is very important, and how do we respond to it. So this is all about the Islamic perspective. This makes us understand the creation of Allah and also the whole understanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we have an interesting pre-reading for you, my dear learners. So let's read it. Did it ever feel like you were actually experiencing the scene with the characters? Can you recall any details that made the writing especially vivid? We read stories and we read fictional and non-fictional text. we come across so many texts that have description of a particular person, place, or thing, which is they are given by adjectives or some other parts of speech. So this description you have already come across so many times. So can you recall any kind of text recently that you have read, so that you can experience it in full detail, in a vivid detail, obviously owing to the descriptive writing of the text. So my dear learners, if you have not read anything like that, I would ask you to read it and then analyze the description given about any particular thing in the text. So after doing this interesting pre-reading question and pondering upon it, let us get started with our brainstorming session now. So let's brainstorm about things that you see. You have written a descriptive essay previously. I hope that you remember it, that whatever the topic was, you give an detailed descriptive information about that particular thing. So recall that, and then we will move on to our more understanding about descriptive essays. So after doing this brainstorming session, we have an interesting activity. Here the passage is given. You may pause the video and read it, and then here is a prompt for you. Where and when does the story take place? What details help you figure this out? You can figure it out, and you can find it out by reading it, and then making your points, connecting your dots, and then you will come up to the answer of the prompt. So let's see what is a descriptive writing. Basically, as suggested by the name, you can see that it is all about giving description, more detail about anything that you're writing about. So a descriptive text is a type of writing where the writer describes something by painting a clear picture of a person, place, object, or event. In a description text, writer provides details about the characteristics of the subject to help the readers visualize what is being described. So this is very helpful for the readers who's reading the text to actually live in the story and actually seeing that through your own senses. So this is why the writers use descriptive text, descriptive kind of writing. So here the writer describes something for the reader so that the reader can actually visualize what the writer is trying to say. So in a description, in a descriptive text, you can come across two parts in the structure of the description text. So first we have the identification, identifying the object that is described. It can be of anything, your favorite park, your pet, any essay or any essay that needs description. It will be suggested by the very title, the very topic of the essay, that this is a descriptive essay or this is a descriptive writing. So first you will be identifying that what the description will be about. What is that thing we are talking about? Then you will move on to the description, describing characteristics of the object being depicted, such as the object, its quality, its characteristics, and so many other things also. So we can see that the structure is having two things, the identification and the description. So now after after knowing about the structure, let's see how can we analyze a descriptive text. So when analyzing descriptive writing, focus on how the author uses these elements to achieve their purpose. Ask yourself these questions when you're reading something like that. So what is the overall mood or atmosphere the author creates? For example, is it peaceful, suspenseful, or exciting, thrilling, or comic. So next one is, what specific details stand out and contribute to the overall picture? There may be so many details, so we need to connect that with the object or anything that we are describing. So now we have, how does the author use figurative language to enhance the description? The author, the writer might use figurative language to beautify the text and also to explain what he's trying to explain in a very vivid manner. So for explaining that kind of thing, you need to use figurative language. So how do the descriptive elements connect to the larger story or message? So considering all these questions, you will be able to analyze any descriptive writing or essay or text in an effective way. So you may have read this lesson, A Visionary Leader. Let's see, by reading this, can we identify the structure first? Yes. So first, this will be our example from the text, from the lesson. The descriptive text begins by identifying the subject, which in this case is Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan. It highlights his exceptional qualities and contributions to the creation of Pakistan, emphasizing his leadership, vision, and dedication to the cause. So this will be our first part, that is identifying what is being described further. So in the next one, with these 2 pages, we have the description. Everything else in these two pages is about the description. So following the identification, the text delves into a detailed description of Quaid-e-Azam's life, achievements, and impact. It provides chronological account of his role in the Pakistan movement, his leadership during the struggle for independence, and his efforts to shape the newly formed nation. The description includes various aspects of Jinnah's character and actions, such as his political acumen, persuasive abilities, and commitment to principles of equality and justice. So these things will be found in these 2 pages. Hence we saw a very good example from our own text, that first we identify and then we described, the writer described it. So to understand it more in an animated simulation video, you can watch this video. The link is shared with you, and you can easily identify that how descriptive text can be analyzed and also responded in a very good way. So for your classroom activity, my dear learners, after reading the text of the lesson, you come across this comprehension activity, these questions. You can answer these by first reading the passage, the text, and then you can simply answer these questions. This will be for your classroom activity. And now, my dear learners and my fellow teachers, we have attached a worksheet for you for making the student understand that how they can get more out of the descriptive text or writing. So now we have a homework. So you have to choose a descriptive piece of writing from reputable sources, such as from any books or magazines or online platforms. So ensure that the chosen text is resonating with the student's learning outcome. So you will read each text attentively, focusing on understanding the author's purpose, main ideas, and writing techniques. So then you will identify the main subject or scene described in the text, analyze the use of sensory details, vivid imagery, and descriptive language to paint a picture for the reader. And also you have to reflect on how the descriptive elements enhance your understanding and appreciation of the subject. It's very easy, and I hope that you will enjoy this homework. So at the end, we have some resources for you attached in the description of the video. The links are given. We have question bank, a worksheet, skill sheet, presentation, and also a lesson plan. These things are available. I hope that you had great time learning about how to analyze any descriptive text and then also responding to it in a very effective way. Until the next video, thank you so much for listening. Allah Hafiz.